Welcome to Mr. Foy's Easel. Today's program consists of cartoons I'm drawing at the request of 4 of my neighbors, 2 of whom I've listed up here, and I'll give you the other 2 later in the program. I'm going to draw a couple of cartoons for each of these 4 neighbors who tell me that they watch the show pretty often, and they gave me suggestions of the cartoon animals they'd like me to draw for them. In the case of Briella, she wanted a horse and a pig. So here we go, Briella. Cartoon horse, cartoon pig. I like to start with the eyes sometimes when I'm drawing cartoon animals. And remember what I've said before, that in cartoons the eyes are closer together and much larger than in real life. And sometimes cartoon horses have very prominent teeth, like this one. And most of my cartoons today for these neighbors are going to be in a pretty good mood, so you'll see smiles and perhaps a considerable amount of teeth. So, Briella, there's your cartoon horse. Now I'm going to draw the pig over to this side, and you're going to think, well, that's a pig is way too large. Well, he just shows up better if I draw him big. Compared with a horse, you're going to think this is a real whopper of a porky. I want to make this pig standing on 2 legs, you know, like Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. And since it's a rural setting, I'm going to put, well, I don't know if this is necessarily rural or not, but anyway, he looks like he might, like the horse, might be in a rural background, a rural setting. So there are your 2 cartoon critters. Now Braylon, her brother, he wanted a cow and a lion. So we've got a rural character and a jungle beast coming up. Well, sometimes instead of starting with eyes, I'm drawing a cartoon character, I'll start with the nose like this cow, and notice her tongue is sticking out. Maybe she's getting ready to get a drink of water or something. I like to put eyelashes on my cow critters, and of course horns. And all right, there's the farm animal. Better draw that other leg down there. And now let's switch to the jungle character. Like I did with Briella's pig, I'm going to draw this lion pretty large. Well, I guess lions, some of them are larger than cows, I don't know. Anyway, even though he's supposedly a mean jungle beast, he too, like the others, is kind of in a good mood. Notice the satisfied expression on his face. And then lions have a mane around their necks. And he's got his arms, that is, his front legs, crossed. Well, let's take a brief break and then we'll come back with two other fans and see what cartoons I can draw for them.
Home security is now available through Conway Corp. It's an advanced solution backed by people you know and trust. Customize your system with motion detectors, sensors, light controls, and more, all managed from your wireless touchscreen or mobile phone. It's an easy way to protect the things that matter and the ones who matter most. It's safety for you, powered by Conway Corp.
There's Gabriel. And Derek. Well, let me see. Gabriel told me that he would like a dog and a cat. So here we go, Gabriel. Start with a shiny nose. And a rather happy expression. Maybe he's looking up at somebody asking for a treat. Now, cats and dogs don't always get along well, but sometimes they do. And his friend, the cat, is over here in one of his favorite spots in the alley, out near the garbage can. In fact, he's kind of leaning on it. You might say he's been out checking out the, shall we call it, the buffet. So there's a dog and a cat for Gabriel. Now Derek, kind of like his sister, he wanted a horse, so I'm going to draw him a horse. He also wanted an eagle, so that's our only bird in the bunch so far. Well, I'm going to make this horse looking the other way. He's not particularly happy. Let's see. He's been working in the field a lot, so he's kind of tired. The eagle, I'm going to make him larger than he really would look like paired with a horse in real life. Eagle has a pretty prominent beak. I'm going to put a cap on him. I don't know why, I just thought he might look good in a cap. Remember that in cartoons, when you have an eagle or any other feathered friend, these wings and feathers become arms and hands and fingers. Now, Here we have it. 8 critters for 4 of my neighbors. Now let's color them up somewhat so they'll look a bit sharper. I think in the case of this first horse, I think I'm going to make him a brown horse. And I'm not going to color all of every one of these cartoons, and the reason is that I'm going to give this sheet that I'm drawing on to these 4 youngsters and let them complete the coloring process. I do think I'll put some blue breeches here on the Mr. Pig. Got to thinking about Bossy the cow here, and I do believe yellow suits her personality as well as anything. And get the tongue colored there. Let's see, we come down to our little brown puppy dog. And I think this cat must be related to Garfield because he's striped and orange. Quite often, if you have a metal object like this, you put a little hint of blue, sort of the way cartoonists do when they're presenting snow. Well, it looks like Derek is going to have to do all the coloring on this last drawing because our time is just about up. And I'll remind you once again that you can contact Mr. Foy's Easel at conwaycorp.com.